For part 2, we need our lock that we're going to do. Some way of suspending it. Which I've got a little hook wire here. It's basically going to suspend it there. Some kind of sealable plastic container. Moo mix, of course. Now I've got vinegar in here. You're not going to soak it, so you don't need a whole lot of vinegar. As far as the salt goes, I guess that's just kind of like a wing it thing. So I'm going to pour it in here and see if we get any kind of reaction. Like baking soda and vinegar. We're not putting baking soda in here. We're just putting salt. Alright. Let's give that a little bit more. Now, before I put the lock in here, I'm going to shake this up. Get a little good reaction going. It smells like vinegar. Alright. So, the salt I used was iodized sea salt. No, it doesn't have to be iodized. No, it doesn't have to come from the sea. But yes, it does have to be salt. The vinegar I used was distilled white vinegar, 5% acidity. You can use apple cider vinegar, but there's really no need. You're not going to eat this. You're not going to notice the flavor. Alright, now let's get our lock. I'll put it on my little hook-like thing. I'll set it in here. We'll put the lid on. Oops. I'm going to find out if this thing will hold it. Yeah, it's going to hold it. We'll put it like that. And then, let's see. The time is let's call it 13:40. So, we'll come back in a couple of hours and see how it's done. But it probably won't be ready for like 6 hours. So this is going to be a time lapse type of thing. Alright, it's been 1 hour. So let's see what happens after 1 hour of this. I want to make sure I don't drop the lock because I didn't tighten it around the shackle. I just left it like a little hook. I mean, it wouldn't hurt it if the lock fell in there, but for this experiment, I wanted to go just with the vapor. I can feel moisture all over this, so it is working, but after 1 hour, whoa, almost landed right in there. Oh, what luck. Landed perfectly, did not land in there or mess up. Alright, watch out. Let me get these pliers and bend this shackle a little bit more so we don't have an accident like we almost had. Alright. Now it's hooked in there a little bit better. Let's put that back in there. So after 1 hour of hovering over this salt, water, vinegar bath, I didn't see a real big, let's shake it up some more. I didn't see a real big change. So it'll probably take a little bit of time to do this. Time check. 15:40 hours. Elapsed time, 2 hours. Let's see what it gets out of here. We didn't get a whole lot out of an hour. Oh yeah, it's getting darker. Look at that. There's also some greenage forming. Pretty cool. Well, you're going back in there. It's not enough time. You got longer to go. Time check, 16:40 approximately. So it's about 3 hours. Let's see what's happening now. Should about be halfway through our process here. Gently pull it up so it don't explode. Where'd it go? There it is. See what we got. Yes, it is turning darker. I like how this is turning up here. Yes. That green stuff is probably the salt going to work. The back is turning pretty good. I'm going to give it at least 6 hours. in there. Let me agitate the solution. There's about 50 milliliters of water in there, about a quarter of a cup maybe, and about a teaspoon of salt. Whoa, whoa, earthquake. Back in you go, in the old vapor. Yeah, that's all it's holding in. I just poked a little hole in there with a knife, and then put a bend in the wire. Right, you're not quite ready. You're not quite ready yet. Alright, so it's been 7 hours or so. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Yeah, greenish tint. I think some of the green's gonna wipe off. I think it's done a pretty good job as far as like that aged look to it. It don't look shiny anymore, and it's not dirty. I don't know if it's gonna accelerate. It's gonna get any better. Let's compare it to the Corbin. Yeah, it's taken the shine off of it, and it's made it look older. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna achieve this level of darkness by doing this. Not in 6 hours. And it's not really close to this yet. So, I don't know if I should go any further with this. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer, see what it does. I'll give it another hour or two, I guess. Put that in there. We'll see what that does. Alright, so it's been 7 hours. I think this is probably going to be the maximum length I'm going to go with this one. I might try this experiment later on with another one. But yeah, we've given it a pretty good basic. Let me see if any of this wipes off. Yeah, see some of that does wipe off a little bit. Some of the green there. Yeah, but it really did a pretty good job, I think, of kind of like doubling it up. We'll leave it like that. So there you go. This is a little patina experiment, forced patina. You don't need very much vinegar, and you don't need very much salt. You just need a container that you can basically suspend your lock in and let it hover over the vapors. So we'll leave that there for a future experiment. So there we go. Compared to that one, you can see how it kind of dulled it out. I think the salt is what's making the, the kind of like green stuff show up. But that's kind of cool. Kind of ages it. Some of it comes off on your hand. But this, like I said, is just a vapor. So there we go. That's the initial experiment. I don't think I'm going to throw this guy in there on that, because this one doesn't look too bad, not too shiny. There you go. That's the little experiment. Thanks for watching, and happy patina-ing.